And when our house was bombed, it was when the flying bombs, doodlebugs, had really just started, June 1944. And what happened is the engine would go, and there was silence. And it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and whirr. Anyway, my father said I wasn't to go to school, and he'd got to go to work. So he went off on his bike. I went up and lay on my bed. I remember him saying, "Bye, Freed, bye, Freed." And I hope I answered him, because it's the last time I ever spoke to him. And off he went, and my mother went and lay on the couch in the front room. And I suppose she can't have been there very long before there was a whoosh. And our ceilings came down, and the windows came out. Got up, walked along the landing over the rubble. And my mother said, "I'm going down to the pub to phone to tell your dad that we're all right." Because he would have ridden his bike along up to Tufts at Teddington. And she rang, and they said, "He's not here yet." And she said, "Well, that's funny." Anyway, she came back in here, and suddenly she flew out, because she knew, you know how you know things. And I rushed after her. And at where I showed you, at the foot of Water Lane, that was all bombed. And I can remember the smell of dust. Everything was grey and dust. And my mother was down there, my father was lying there with his head on one side, looking perfectly all right except for his neck. And an ARP was just going up to my mother and saying, there, dear, there's nothing you can do. And he was killed. And he was 36, like his dad was killed at 36 in the First World War.